Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Ramble. I got a bit of a short one for you guys today. So, I just wrapped up working on my 40th Let's Play and my 38th, the DLC for my 38th Let's Play. And, I'm in the middle of actually taking a break from recording new videos. But in my free time, I've been playing through a game that I haven't played before, because, you know, that's how I like to unwind. And I've been playing through Resident Evil 8, because it's around Halloween time, and so it was on sale for like 10 bucks. So, I'm not a huge Resident Evil guy. I have played some of the games. Then I played Resident Evil 8, and I haven't played through this game and haven't seen much of it online. I know the basic story of the game, particularly what happens with Ethan at the end of the game, but this Let's Ramble is not going to be about the story. It's actually going to be about the gameplay. Now, for years, what I have been hearing is that Resident Evil 8 is basically Resident Evil 7 if you threw in the cool shit from Resident Evil 4, where you're kind of more encouraged to fight things as opposed to encouraged to run away from them because, you know, survival horror. There is a merchant who will sell you stuff, and you get money by breaking stuff and killing things and whatnot. And all of this stuff is in Resident Evil 8, but here's where I feel Resident Evil 8 kind of falls flat in terms of adapting the stuff from Resident Evil 4. Now, I don't know how much of this carries over to the remake of 4, so for the sake of clarification, I am just talking about the original Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 has this gameplay model that is a lot more geared towards action. You can kill things, get money, buy stuff from merchants, get cooler weapons, upgrade those weapons, get more inventory, and whatever else. There's a lot to do in Resident Evil 4. Here's the kicker. Resident Evil 4 doesn't just incentivize you to kill things more action-oriented through giving you money to go buy things and upgrade weapons and stuff. It also incentivizes that you kill things in a particular way, which not only has it has very immediate benefits. Because in Resident Evil 4, if you hit enemies in a particular location to stun them, you can run up to them and perform an awesome melee attack, whether it be a kick to the head, a suplex, or some other such thing. This attack not only deals massive damage to the enemy that you are doing this on, but if there are enemies that are around you when you are doing this, you either stun or do damage to those enemies as well. I say either stun or damage because, to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure which it is, but you do affect them in some way. This leads to, this has multiple strategic benefits to doing this. For one, you are either damaging or stunning multiple enemies by just going up and doing this melee attack on one of them. The second is that you are completely invincible while these attacks are going on. You are able to do this to get a brief moment to breathe and kind of plan out your next move. It's almost like It's almost like the visceral finishers in the old God of War games, actually. Doing these attacks didn't just have benefits that, okay, well, you just killed an enemy, but it also had other benefits too, not just on the particular enemies that you do this for, but also in giving you more experience in the old God of War games that allowed you to like if you do a visceral attack on, say, a matador or a gorgon, then you would either get some health back or you would get some magic or whatever else. So doing these visceral attacks it wasn't just there to look cool and kill an enemy. It also had other benefits that incentivized you to do this. And Resident Evil 4 did great with this. You shoot a Los Luminados guy, whatever. You shoot a Plagas guy in the kneecap. He falls to his knees. You run over, you kick him in the face, and either stun, knock down, or damage other enemies around him. And then you can do the same to other enemies, which not only either damages, stuns, or whatever other enemies around you, but it also conserves ammo, which is another thing incentivizing you to fight in a particular way. Because the more ammo you save, the more you can use it to kill bosses or even some stronger enemies. Because some enemies don't get stunned like this. So it might be good for you to actually conserve your ammo. Because Resident Evil 4, it is a lot more action-oriented, yes, but it is still a survival horror game. Resident Evil 8 doesn't have these melee options, from what I've noticed. You can stun enemies sometimes, and you can push them, I think. And that's kind of it. I have yet to be in a situation where this push actually does anything. I have yet to be in a situation where anything else is a possibility. And it's kind of a disappointment in that regard. Now, to be fair, I am still fairly early in the game. I'm still in Castle Dimitrescu, or Castle Dimitrescu, or whatever. So maybe I just haven't unlocked it, or maybe I just haven't been shooting the enemies in the right place, or something. But this is purely just based off of what I have experienced so far, and from what I looked up, there is no way to do this like you can in Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil 4, and I don't get why, like, at all, because, like, it's not like you couldn't have done things like this in a first-person setting. I mean, just look at the PS4 Doom games. Like, Doom and Doom Eternal, and the upcoming Doom Dark Ages. Unless Doom Dark Ages is already out. I don't know, I haven't been paying attention to that, but like, you can do that in first person. Just have Ethan go over there and punch him in the face with his mighty fist. But no, there's nothing like that from what I've seen anyway. And assuming that you can't do this, I feel like that's kind of a disappointment, because that's part of what made Resident Evil 4 so fucking good. It wasn't just the fact that you were more incentivized to fight enemies by giving you money to go buy upgrades and new weapons and stuff at the merchant. It was the melee option that actually really pushed it, because you're not just incentivized through the money, you're incentivized by the combat itself to take a more action approach to to how you fight these things. And that was really cool. It was awesome. So I don't have anything else really to say on this topic because, like I said, I'm very early into Resident Evil 8. I have yet to finish it at the time of recording this. And maybe things will change as I go along, but from what I've looked up, I don't think they will. And that's kind of a disappointment. It's not like I hate Resident Evil 8 just because it doesn't have an ability to stun an enemy and go over and punch it in the face. But it is kind of a disappointment. I'm slightly disappointed. So that's the video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you a little disappointed by this lack of feature for Resident Evil 8? Am I going to unlock this ability at some point and I'm just being a dumbass? Is there something else that you want to bring up? Do you just want to talk about how handsome I am? If you want to do that, then you could do that in the comment section down below. And, I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point, which is good, because it's called Let's Ramble. So, I will see you guys the next time I want to ramble about something. I will try to get more of these videos out, soon. I have a few that are in recording phases, I just haven't gotten around to them yet. But, they will be out soon, after I'm done with my break, because I have been doing videos basically non-stop for the past couple of months, and I need a breather. So, till next time, see you guys then.
Sit on the sinking square window!